Tosin said everything. Well, I support living together. Like, when you're not married, you stay together. I seriously support that.
So Samuela, do you also go with Tosin and Amen? Or you have something different?
When we talk about living together, the question is it moving in together or having to go and spend some time with the person?
Moving in together, that's what it says.
No, then I don't.
Oh, you don't support moving in
Yes.
together?
Yes.
Okay, but do you support like, okay, if you were talking about spending some time, how long is your spending some time? Or how long do you think it should be?
There is really no time duration fixed to any particular thing like that. Why I'm saying that is that marriage, when you come to marriage, in the concept of marriage, you're supposed to live together and get to know. You can't know a man altogether. That's why we have the courting, and that's why we have marriage.
Okay.
If you can't discover what you want to discover when you're courting, it's going to be a problem in the marriage, and it can't be done when you're living together.
Can I ask a question? I'm not part of the crew, but how do you get to know the person
When
in
you
relationship and not in marriage?
like, how many times did you guys like see when
Because
you're cutting?
no, you don't have time. There's no
No,
fixed
you
time.
know what? I support this. This is an interview, so not. We support like living, not like staying together for a long time, like a period of like, let's say, 2 weeks, a month.
So
Not
is that
like 1
enough
year.
time to get to know somebody
A
really?
month is okay. It's
What do you intend to know in
no,
what
okay,
context?
like let's say for the first part, you know the guy for a month, then sometimes you like go there, but not all the time you'll stay there. Not like living for a long time. No, no, no. You can't stay with him for a very long time like that.
But
Like,
do you agree
break
with
it.
me? Do you agree with me if I tell you that you may not, or you cannot know everything about
Yeah,
someone
but you know,
until you're married,
you know at
I mean,
least
until
you
you
will
live with the
see
person.
until you
some.
live with
You
the
live with
person.
the person,
Like,
but you
most
definitely
times,
see something.
okay,
Yeah, definitely you will see that.
What do
Okay.
you mean definitely? We do not like hide
You will
anything.
like see what it's like. At least you won't
By
really
going on
hide
dates
anything.
or
okay.
meeting.
But do you really think that somebody
Please.
can pretend for the period of time you're dating or you're courting? Do you think somebody can pretend and hide a particular
Of
attitude or
course.
character
Yeah.
It's
until you?
human
No,
nature.
you can't.
Of course
You
you
can.
can.
You
You
can.
can't. Wait,
Yeah.
let me say something there.
Okay.
Why I'm saying you can't is that when we're in love, we tend to overlook so many things. When you are courting, there is going to be a little sign somewhere. A husband that's going to cheat on you in marriage, you will know when you're courting.
Really?
How?
So you believe other people that who cheated on, they knew but they still got married anyway?
Maybe it happened in the marriage, but I'm
No,
not
but
saying
you're saying they would have known
yes, a
even before
cheater,
getting married.
someone, a
Okay,
So
what they
playboy,
so since
overlook
a
they
is
knew,
playboy,
they just
yes,
stayed
a
anyway.
playboy, you will
okay.
know a playboy.
Really?
Okay.
Yes.
How do
How
you
do you know
identify
a
a playboy?
playboy?
Toasting from a man's perspective, what do you think?
See, there are so many ways to actually show a woman your good side because being there, done that. First of all, there are no certainties in love. There's nothing as you say for sure you see a sign because it doesn't happen that way. Everybody does their own thing differently. Even you're in love or not in love, there are always relationships where you don't really know your partner, and then after you get married, the person then just lets down all the borders and they just really show themselves, and you will start wondering. What? How come I didn't know all things about you? How come I didn't see all that? And it's
Yeah.
not really because she was in love and she just closed or he was in love. It's just after a while, people just really start acting themselves. So by seeing someone every Friday evening or going out to cinema together, you really can't actually get to know as much as you could if you're living with someone every day, and it stops being courtship. It now becomes a partnership. Like you guys now know, okay, you're trying to build a future together, so we really need to get to know ourselves, and it's not just you're dating so you can get a person to like you. Yes, some people don't live together before they get married, and they do have happy marriages. But I believe most people, if they don't actually stay together, get to know each other better than just once or twice or 3 times a week, they find it very difficult to adapt to certain things after they get married and they realize he leaves his socks around every evening or he doesn't put down the toilet seat. And it's like things that are quite small, but you really wouldn't know unless you actually living with someone.
So are you saying that if you met a girl, you really liked her, and then you got to live with her, you didn't like certain things about her, like she snores in the night, or she leaves the toilet seat open, and that really gets on your nerve, that you would leave her just because of
If it
that?
wasn't possible to actually make amendments or change, yes.
So you would intend to change the person?
I would try to get the information across that these are things that do not make me happy. And if, of course, you can't really change someone, the person doesn't want to change. If the person, my partner says, "Well, this is the way I am. Take it or leave it," then I believe that I would rather leave and just really basically, because yes, you might figure this is a happy relationship. Okay, I'll try to cope with these things, but really, if you are unhappy with something before you're married, then there's nothing worse than thinking, "Oh, now I have the certificate that is holding me into this, and I'm really not happy, but I have to just stay because we're married now." So if two people are together and there's some things that irritate you, and the person says, "I'm not changing. I can't. I don't want to change. This is how I am." You really, in my opinion, I believe you shouldn't force yourself into a marriage, hoping the person will change
Changes.
sometime in the future.
Are you joking? Please, cut.